welcome to the first episode of Birkenwasser Knits. I'm Katrine Birkenwasser, and in this episode I'm going to introduce my new alignment sweater pattern, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about what I'm currently working on, show some of my whips, that's work in progress, items that I'm knitting, and but since it's the first episode, let me start by introducing myself. I'm a knitwear designer, and you might know me from my blog with the same name, Birkenwasser Knits, or you might know some of my designs from Ravelry. I'm also on Instagram with the name Birkenwasser, so maybe you have seen me in some of those places before. I also have a secret other life as an engineer, and I also have a spouse and 2 kids, so I do have a family life as well, but I'm trying to keep this as mostly knitting related. Maybe a bit of yarn, but mostly knitting. Okay, but let's start with the sweater. So this alignment sweater pattern was published in June, so not too long ago. And thank you for all the love and thank you everyone who already bought the pattern. I hope you have gotten started with your pickle braids. So this design features pickle braids on the top. It's quite a boxy sweater with tight sleeve, and you also have pickle braids around the neckline and on the cuffs and on the hem. And it's also quite long, so you can't even see all of it in the picture. And that just means that you don't have to worry about your bums showing when you sit down. And this is such a comfortable sweater that you can basically wear it every day, and that's about what I've been doing. So my sample has I have been wearing it all the time since I got it photographed for the pattern pages, and I got my test knitters, started working on it. That's when I started wearing it, and you can see the wear and tear on the sweater already. I made the mistake of carrying my purse or a strap bag from here, and it had a buckle around here, and you can just see how it's torn the fibers of this silk yarn. So this yarn is Online Lineage 321, and it's 100% silk, and that means that you really can do that kind of stuff while wearing it. But what that means, of course, is that I had to get another one on the needles, and it happened that one of my test knitters was working on this alignment sweater using BC Garn's soft silk, and I was on my way to Jyväskylä to visit Lankakauppa Tititu to do a trunk show, so I just happened to buy a sweater quantity of soft silk. So I have another one on the needles. Let's see which way it goes. So I can show you, I believe this is the front. So I'm done with my pickle braids. So the fun part is over. This is a top-down design, as you can see. So you start from the top. You work first the back shoulders, then combine the back, knit until underarms, then you work the front shoulders, first left one, then right one, the other way around, and then just join the front, work till underarms, and then you join, and then begins the boring part. So you work in stockinette stitch all the way down to the hem before you get to do a couple of pickle braids more. But that's what I'm working on now. I was thinking that I could just knit while I talk, and I'm hoping that you are all knitting while you're watching, because I think that's one of the things I was planning, that this could be our knit and chat moment together, even if we are not doing it at the same time. But let's not let that disturb the moment. So I hope you're enjoying your knitting, and I'd love to hear what you are knitting. So please leave a comment, say what you were knitting while you were watching. So the inspiration for this sweater comes pretty much from the technique. So I was thinking about how to use wiggle braids in a sweater design, and that's how I started with this design. But this is actually not the first wiggle braid project that I have done. So let me show you the first one. This one is Lemon. It's called Lemon. It's by Helga Isager, and it has like a panel at the front and at the back with wiggle braids on it. So it's pretty similar to the, this one has the panel the other way around. But it has a panel and then you knit the sleeves. And this one introduced me to wiggle braids, so this was my first time that I tried wiggle braids, and I learned to do them, and I loved the technique. So I started thinking, how could I apply the technique? And that's when I started thinking that these wiggle braids, they look like a regular bind-off. Okay, so here's a close-up of the wiggle braids, and as you can see, they kind of look like your regular bind-off. So I started thinking, what if you would work a bind-off and then continue with a wiggle braid? So this idea of working a bind-off and then continuing with a wiggle braid is what inspired my first wiggle braid design. So this one is my design. It's called the Taured shawl, and it has exactly what I said, the wiggle or the bind off that then continues as a wiggle braid, and it has these sections small sections that grow, and at the end of every section there's a bind off and wiggle braid. And of course you need to have increases on the other side to get the little shawlette look. This pattern also has a larger version that's for 2 skeins, or you can make one tiny shawlette with just 1 skein. This was a collaboration with Lenitium Ex Machina, so it's worked in their lovely merino silk yarn. This colorway is called Slumber, and you can have a small shawlette with just 1 skein, and maybe something you can wear during the summer. Okay, I already showed you one of my current projects, so I'm working on the second alignment sweater for myself. I always knit for myself. See, this is something that I know a lot of people, they do this selfless knitting, they knit for friends and relatives and kids and charities and whatever, but I usually knit for myself because, well, I mean, knitting just takes so much time and effort, and no one else can really appreciate your hand knits as well as you, because you know how much effort you put into those, and you know how gorgeous yarns you used and all that, so I really knit for other people. But I also knit what other designers have designed, so I don't only knit my own designs or design all the time. This one is Summer by Ankestrik, and it's a summer tee. I have finished the top of it. But this project actually, it started with a yarn. I found some old vintage Novita bamboo yarn in my stash, and I noticed that it would be just about enough for the medium-sized summer tee. And I was thinking that, okay, I think I need a large, but there's always buffer, and maybe I can just make it a bit shorter, and let's see what happens. So I started working. I also found this baby blue bamboo contrast yarn that I used for the neckline and armholes, and yeah, then I ran out of yarn, and it was like really short, and I thought, no, I don't want it to be that short, but they discontinued the yarn for, I don't know, like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. I don't know how old it is and how long I've had it. But then I was complaining, or I was just, I think I posted a picture on Instagram saying that I'm working with Novita Bamboo. And I had one of my Instagram friends say that, yeah, hey, I'm working with the same yarn. And I thought, whoa, you have the same vintage yarn? And then I checked her previous post, and she was working with Novita cotton bamboo. Let me just show you this one. So they have a new yarn it's basically the same yarn as the old bamboo. There's slight difference, but it's the same yardage, and it's cotton bamboo. I think this one has 52% cotton and 48 bamboo, and the old one maybe had it the other way around, but it's about 50-50 of each. And then Novita Knits had a sale. This bamboo, cotton bamboo yarn was like €250 a piece. So I ordered 2 balls, and I figured that I'm gonna add a color block to the hem, and then I don't have like this super short crop top. Let's see how much these 2 balls will give me. But unfortunately, this means that I'm gonna have to rip back all the edges that I already knitted, because I don't think that the baby blue matches this. This colorway is called linen. It's really lovely. It's like a neutral color, but it's not baby blue, and it's not even close to baby blue, so I think I really need to rework those. But yeah, so this is one of my projects that I'm working on, and I also posted a test knitting call in my Ravelry group, so if you're interested in test knitting, please stop by there and check out the call for test knitters. It's a sock pattern, so this is something new for me. I mean, knitting socks is not new for me, but this sock pattern is. So if you're interested in that, I'll post a link to my Ravelry group so you can go and check out the call for test knitters. Yeah. Okay, but then about the future, what's gonna happen next? Well, this weekend is Jyväskylä Summer Knit Festival, and it has actually started today, so today is Thursday, but I'm still here in Helsinki. I couldn't make it there yet, but I'm leaving first thing tomorrow morning, so then I get to spend 3 days at the festival. And I'm so looking forward to all the yarns and also meeting all my friends there. And if you are there and you were watching this episode 1 of Birkenwasser Knits, please come and say hi and let me know you've watched, because I'd love to hear that. And yeah, the next episode will be about the festival, so I'm hoping that I get some good footage at the festival so I can show you what I have seen and done during the weekend. But it's gonna be a great weekend, I already know that. It's gonna be raining and it's gonna be cold, and yeah, but it's still gonna be awesome. Okay, but then the last thing I wanted to say is that I wanted to do a little giveaway to celebrate the first episode of Birkenwasser Knits, our transfer from blog or the written blog to a video one. This is a major leap to my company and me. And yeah, so I was thinking that I would give away a free pattern. this alignment sweater if you like it, or if you think I'm not recommending this alignment sweater for any knitters who have only recently started knitting, so it does take some effort to work the wickel braids. I did make a couple of tutorials for the wickel braid, so you might want to check those out on my YouTube channel. Yeah, but for the giveaway, so you can also pick another pattern if you're a bit unsure about knitting wickel braids, then yeah, any of my self-published patterns is available. And to enter, just please leave a comment and say how did you hear about this video. Where did you hear me say or post about it on Instagram, or did you see it on Facebook, or yeah, just let me know how did you find this episode 1, and also just say which one of my patterns would you like to get, and then please leave your Ravelry ID and I'll pick one happy winner, let's say by the time I do episode 2, so you have until, let's say, next week to participate. But I hope to see you for the next episode about Jyväskylä Summer Knit Festival, and please subscribe to my channel so you will be notified when the next episode is on. So, thank you for watching and see you next time. And I'm gonna leave you with a little video of what knitting in Finland can look like. This is a summer night by Lake Kallavesi.